Hello, everyone. It's William here at Allegory Gallery, and it has been another fully packed day, including haircut. How about that? I'm excited about that. So we have been very busy yet again today. I'll raise that up a little bit. It seems too low. Excuse me. We're working on a lot of stuff, getting a lot of stuff into the online store. You know, I think some stores, when they're having a sale, they don't add new things to the website, right? So they usually have a sale because they're trying to clear stuff out or, make room for new inventory. And we do that too sometimes. But since we're having this TGBE sale, the Great Bead Extravaganza sale in the online store, and it's something that we rarely do. We rarely have sales on things. As we said, we try and keep prices low. We've done videos on this before. We try and keep our prices low all the time. So we don't really build in a lot of margins for sales. But when we do, we like to make sure that you can maximize the sale. So not only have we extended the sale for the TGBE all week long, it goes until Friday night, tomorrow night at midnight, 11:59 p.m. Eastern time. Not only did we extend that sale, but we are adding new to us. It's a lot of vintage stuff, so it's not really new, but new to us inventory into the online store for you to take advantage even more of that sale. Now, if you make multiple orders, we will try and combine, but I will say that we are very caught up on shipping right now. Yay! That's more exciting than anything, me able to say that. So we have a few things. There are still t-shirts and a few things, some laser items that I have to make for people with orders, but we are pretty much caught up to the day almost in orders. I think there are 4 more orders that came in yesterday and last night, possibly even early this morning. So they may be actually today's orders that are still left out there. Other than a few, like I said, a few issues that we're having with some orders. And if you have a t-shirt on order or you have one of those orders that has been out there for a while and you're wondering what's going on, let us know. And I can let you know what the issue might be with the item. And if you want to ship the rest of the order and just have that item backlogged a little bit, we can do that. But just know we're working on everything behind the scenes here. So if you do have an order, though, in the system and you'd like to combine orders, or if you make an order tonight and you say, oh, tomorrow morning you remembered something, you can add it and we will try and combine and refund any shipping if there is shipping overages. We charge shipping generally by size and weight. So sometimes there's not a lot of overages once we combine everything together and weigh it out. But sometimes there are. And if there are, we'll refund you for those. Julie said, I ordered last night and it was already shipped. Fantastic. Thank you, Julie. Yeah, we're trying really hard. We have somebody who's being really dedicated to the shipping and packing. And so hopefully that continues. We want that trend to continue. But we also want to make sure that we are busy enough to keep that person working, right? So that's my job kind of. And that's what we're trying to do, is make sure we have enough new stuff going in so that you constantly are making orders with us. That's what we like to see. We love seeing those huge orders come in sometimes. But what really keeps a small business going a lot of times is cash flow. And that's multiple small orders over a period of time that really help too. So if you're having issues making one big order, sometimes it helps us just as much as it might help you to break it down in a few smaller orders. Now, remember, on our website, we have Affirm payments as well. So if you are qualified, you can break down your payment either interest-free over a period of, I think it's usually 4 months, or you can break it down with interest over a longer period of time. I think one of those requires a credit check. I think the with interest over a longer period requires that. I don't think oftentimes, it's been a while since I've done it personally, but I don't know that there's a credit check on breaking it down like equal payments over 4 weeks or for every 2 weeks. I can't remember how it goes, 4 different times. But There are Affirm payments on the website. So if you want to purchase a lot, but you need to break it down into payments, you can try checking out with Affirm and see how that goes for you. They seem to be really good. We've had a number of customers who have used that and continually use that. So I think it's a good option, especially as the holidays come around and you may be spending elsewhere for other things, but you still need your beads, right? You still need to make things. You still need to, especially if you're a small business, you need to keep going and keep selling yourself. So there are those options on the website as well. And that automatically, you will get your entire order once approved, but you will pay for it over time with Affirm, okay? So I just want to kind of reiterate that we have that on the website. A lot of people message us and ask, hey, can you work with me and I can break this down into payments? The website does that. So you can go ahead and apply for that. And that's how we make that work. So that's an option out there. I'm just trying to go through things. I have a good bit to show you today. So I hope you enjoy it. It's more of the vintage glass that we had like yesterday. Today we have Austrian and Japanese, I believe. Japanese and Austrian. I have some vintage plastic to show you that we just unburied and bagged up. So we have vintage plastic lots available, just a few of those. And then we're starting to take photos of some Lucerna Bicones. And I have a question. Do you deliver to Canada? We do ship to Canada. Absolutely. We have a number of Canadian customers. If you're one of them out there who's watching today, please let them know. But we do ship to Canada. Base shipping to Canada. It's usually under 4 ounces. I think prices may have gone up a little bit for the holidays. It's usually around $13.54 or something like that, is what base shipping and what a lot of our packages, because they're, gemstones don't always weigh a lot. So we do ship to Canada very often. So we have a number of happy Canadian customers out there. So if you'd like to be one of those, please feel free. The only thing I will say is that we have a $100 minimum to make free shipping right now through the end of the week as well. But that's only for US customers. We simply can't afford to discount shipping for other countries, unfortunately. But you can take advantage of the TGBE discount code still, and we can ship to Canada, absolutely. So what was I saying? Oh, we're starting to take pictures of some Lucerna Bicone beads, and these are stupendous. We carry these in the store very often, but we've never, I don't think, ever put them in any of our online stores that we've had. So we have over 70 different colors. 70 different colors. I've gotten pictures of 10 today, as well as the vintage Czech glass, or vintage Japanese and vintage Austrian glass. So yeah, I'm going to try and get all 70 colors in by the afternoon tomorrow. And I'll probably show you those colors on a live tomorrow. That's probably what's going to happen. Maybe, we'll see. But I really want to get all those in there in case any of you want to take advantage of the 15% discount on these Bicone beads. Over 70 different colors. There's 25 beads on a strand. They're about 6-inch strands approximately. And they're just beautiful. There's just all the colors. And they're only, what was it, $2 a strand? They're only $2 a strand. And you get 15% off of that too by Friday at midnight Eastern time here. So that's 8:59 p.m. Pacific time, 11:59 p.m. Eastern time. And so yeah, lots going on. Hopefully we'll get those all out for you. And I think that's it. Jermaine says, I'm not familiar with Lucerna Bicones. I will show you them. I will show you them here at the end of this video. For any of you following our teacher, I was talking a little bit about her son was hit in an automobile accident. He was crossing the street and was hit. So there's not much new today. He seems to be doing better when he has to lay completely flat And when they try to take the sedation off a little bit, he seems to be dealing with that better by himself without them having to add extra meds when they're moving him around and things. So we're hoping that's a good sign. That seems like a good sign. But there hasn't been much of a change. They do want to try to I guess, to take him off of sedation here soon. So they're hoping that they can do that. So that's the update that we have right now. That's the only update that we have for you on that. But I do want to keep you all posted what's going on. Again, if you would like to donate to their fundraiser, you can find that on my personal Facebook page or Andrew's personal Facebook page. We've shared the link to the GoFundMe on that. And I've seen some of you have pitched in, so thank you so much for that. Jen and her family really do appreciate it. Let's see, who all is out here? What's Andrew saying? And there's Andrew. Shipping used to be so affordable, and then it skyrocketed, sometimes overnight. There was one package to the UK and shipping was over $40, and of course they only charged $20 because a previous week a similar package to another person was $20, or to the same person was $20. Yeah, it's you know, shipping charges go up, and they do. And here in the US, the post office raises shipping costs during the holidays, and then supposedly they come back down after the holidays, maybe for a short while, because generally in January, February, they have their yearly price hike anyway. So that's kind of what we're dealing with. But that's why right now we're focusing a lot on the online store, because that charges shipping by weight and charges the right amounts. When I do invoicing, we do a standard rate that generally works. Sometimes we lose money on it. Sometimes we get a little bit more depending on how close or how far away the person is. But it balances out for us in the end. But right now, things are a little bit wild. So we're trying to get everything in the online store for you instead of trying to do invoicing and screenshots and everything like that recently. I don't know if you've noticed, but we're trying to do more online in the online store because of that. The shipping is just wild right now to try to figure out. Let's see. Got a lot of people tuning in. Let's see here. A friend has a pen pal in Australia, and USPS sent his letter back stating service has been suspended to Australia. I did not hear that. I haven't seen that. We have a few customers in Australia, but I haven't seen any orders pop through for them recently. So hopefully that gets straightened out. Oh, Heidi says, nice hair. Thanks. Yeah, I got to cut shorter today because it usually grows out before anything else, and I do like to keep it longer in the winter, but every time I make it longer, it just makes me crazy. Like, it was starting to make me crazy. So it's short now, so that's what it's going to be for a while until it grows out again. Another 4 weeks and I'll be at my stylist again. Let's see. Marianne's out there, one of our Canadian customers. I see she was saying she's there. Yes, I get a lot of stuff from AG, and I am in Canada. Let's see here. What else? What else is everyone saying? Okay, so let's start. How about it? Let's start. Now, if you are out there, I'm going to do our plug, the plug that we give almost every video. If you are out there on YouTube, please hit subscribe. Please share it with your friends. If you're on Facebook, hit that like, hit that love button. Let Facebook know that you want to see more of our posts. I don't know if you've noticed this, but if you have a friend on Facebook that you haven't seen for a while, and you go to their profile page and you hit like all the way down their timeline for the first few posts, and you make a comment or so, you will start to see that person show up again more regularly in your Facebook timeline. That's kind of how it works, right? Facebook wants to know who you want to connect to the most, and the people you connect to the most, it shows them to you. And then it throws in some ads, and it throws in some, you might want to hear from this person again. And but I do notice that if you say, I haven't heard from this person, go to their profile, hit the like button on a few of their posts, and you'll start seeing them again. They'll start popping up again. And that's just, I think it's kind of Facebook's way of letting you tell them what you want to see to a degree, right? We all know Facebook serves ads. We all know that Facebook, it can be hard at times, and it can be very fun and very amusing too. but I think they do base a lot of what you want on what you click. So if you click the like button on our posts and you click the share button or the comment button and you comment on something, that tells Facebook that you want to see more of us. And that tells Facebook that, like right now, I have 24 viewers. Thank you all out there for viewing, whether you're on Facebook or YouTube. But the other day, I had about 10. So you all hitting that like, hitting that love, hitting that comment, making comments, sharing these posts, that helps Facebook tell people, oh, these people want to see more of these videos. Let me make sure they know what's going on. So that's how it works. And that's why we're always asking you, please hit the like, hit the love, hit the share, hit the subscribe, right? Hit the follow, because that really, really, really helps. And it's one of those things that you can do for free. You don't have to make a purchase from us. Maybe you just like hanging out here, chatting with us. That's fine too. We hope that if you do need something, you'll decide to purchase with us. But we're here to hang out just as much as we are to sell stuff, right? We have to sell stuff to make sure that we can continue hanging out with you. That's really how it works. So as long as we continue selling things, we can continue hanging out with you all and having fun like this. So that's why we're asking, subscribe, please, hit that like, hit that follow, hit that love, hit that comment, make comments. Let's see what else is going on from everyone out there. Brooke says, I clicked over to watch on YouTube. I try to watch from here whenever I can. Yes, thank you. We need the YouTube views. We need the YouTube subscribes. We're trying to get up to 1,000. It's been a long and hard road. We're trying to do more of these lives on YouTube to make it more interactive over there as well. I do have tutorials one of these days. Jen has filmed a number of tutorials for us already that we have backlogged that I have to edit and post up on YouTube. We're going to have some kits, I think, to go with those tutorials. I have to make sure everything was finished before everything happened with her. But we do have stuff. We do have stuff for YouTube. We just have to, it's hard to do things in a location where you don't have the people, but you have to do the things to get the people, right? It's that double-edged sword, I guess. But we have to do that kind of balancing act because we can't put all of our effort into a place where we get the least return right now. Hopefully we build big enough where we can put our effort in some of those places once in a while. And I think we're starting to get there. And that's why we're kind of focusing on YouTube a little bit more lately. But there are things with YouTube that we can do about monetizing. We can't quite do those on Facebook. There are some monetization things that we can do on Facebook, but we need 10,000 likes or followers, 10,000 followers actually on our page. And I think we have 7,000 or 8,000. So if you know a few thousand people that you'd like to share our page with, we'd love that. But we can also do monetization now on Facebook. So that is one of those things that we're also looking to build up more Facebook followers as well. Let's see here. Okay, here's from almost everyone on my friends list except those who I've snoozed due to crazy COVID views. Sometimes snoozing works. Andrew's Facebook shows him like everyone that he has ever snoozed in his life. So that's his timeline. It's just full of people he's tried to snooze. It's funny sometimes. It's funny sometimes. Molly says, my cat is lying next to me in the chair. When his voice gets louder, she pins her ears back. Oh boy. Hopefully that's a good thing. Heidi says, thank you for picking me in the contest when I expect a surprise. We did get your message, Heidi, and I will be replying to you soon. Let's see here. It's also true with groups, says Teresa. Yes, it is. If you don't visit them, you will see them less and less. So visit our group every once in a while. Get in there, visit the group, right? Join the group, visit the group. I just posted it right there. Somebody's asking, why aren't we starting? This is starting. Maybe you're not one of our followers. I can't see who you are. Maybe you don't follow us very often, but this is starting. We are not the kind of people who just jump right into a sale just to sell stuff to you down and dirty and then toss you aside at the end and say, thanks for buying, bye. We don't do that. We chat with you. We listen to you. We have feedback with you. It's not for everyone. We understand that, but it is core to our business to create community. Allegory Gallery is absolutely about creating community, whether that's creating community here virtually with you all, or that's creating community here in the store physically. that's just what we're about. And so we like to know what you're doing, how you're doing. We like to know what's going on. We love it when people in here chat with each other in the comment section. It's really, you know, it's what makes us who we are, and we want to know you. We want to spend time with you. Any company can get up here and, you know, say, okay, let's sell you stuff, and then be done with you. And a lot of people do that. A lot of big companies, especially. That's not who we are, though. Most of these people, you know, I'm posting comments here, and we're talking. And I know I've known these people, some of these people, for 10 years, you know, since we've had the business. So that's what it's really about. It's about getting to know you. It's about that, you know, retaining this friendship and retaining this community. I agree. It's not for everyone. I say that all the time. If it's not for you, what I do recommend, if you still like the things we do, you just don't want all the pre-chat or post-chat to the actual selling, is you can watch these videos on replay. And that's the easiest way. You can fast forward through anything you don't want to watch, and you can end whenever you want to. Also, when we have things in the online store, unless I say at the very beginning, these are going to pop up after I'm done. Most of the time, these are live. So you can go right to the online store, check out the latest items collection. That'll tell you exactly what we're going to show pretty much today. So you can bypass almost the video a lot of times. But we like hanging out with you. So hopefully you will you like that, or you will find that you like that maybe. Let's see here. Let's see here. We need our William fix. Thank you, Heidi. Cats are listening to the tones of my voice. I like that. The cat whisperer, right? I'd love to be a cat whisperer. Jenna says she loves the pre-chats. Thank you so much. Let's see. William, I volunteer you to start working out so we can see them thirsty people. Some of those fitness models only have like 5 posts and 50,000 followers. It's true, right? If I could work out to the point where I think somebody would want to see that and would give us at least 10,000 followers out there, I would, I might do it. I might do it, right? I understand you are busy people. Everyone's busy. We're all busy. We're all busy out here. And like I said, if you can't take the time during the video, then I recommend watching the rewatch, because our community that we've built, and we hope that you will someday be part of it if you're not already, but the community that we built, generally, we like to chat with each other, and that's what it is. So I know people are busy. We run a small business. We have actually 3 businesses that I work for. So we're very busy too, and we get it. That's why the rewatches are always available in the live tabs on both YouTube and Facebook. Let's see. Molly likes to chat. William and Andrew are super friendly and not super salesy, and they have fabulous beads. Thank you, Kay. Thank you very much. Let's see here. What else is going on? Someone else out there loves it that it's not all selling. That's right. I think we try to have a healthy balance, right? You want to spend time with your friends, especially now when things are crazy. You know, we don't get to see a lot of our friends in person. So, and we have customers here all over the world. And sometimes we get people from, you know, from France tuning in, or we get people over, from Australia tuning in, and it's always wonderful to be able to see them. Lena says, my husband always joked that I like to listen to the William QVC. It's super addicting though. Yeah, you know, it's addicting to me. If I always say this, if I weren't able to hang out with you all, this would be a lot more boring, right? We like hanging out with people in store and things, but definitely, you know, this is one of the highlights to my day. I wouldn't spend sometimes 2.5 hours or 3 hours on these lives with you all if it was not one of the highlights of my day. I could just make a post on Facebook saying, here's the new stuff, right? But that's not us. So, oh, so somebody's saying congrats on the wedding. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Robin says, in these COVID times, these chats are like being with friends. It's helped me a lot and look forward to you guys. Thank you, Robin. Thank you so much. Yeah, you know, we care more about the community than necessarily the selling. We have to do the selling though, to spend time with you all. We have to make the money so that we can take the time to spend the time, right? Nothing is free, right? Somehow it works, right? Somehow it has to work. So let's see here. Andrew says, also the person that keeps talking about wanting to hurry up, the longer it takes to get to stuff, right? You know, I got to explain to new people what we're about, right? All right. Okay. Now let's get to it. After all that explanation, let's go ahead and get to it. So let me flip the camera around here. My desk is an absolute mess. Again, we're working on cleaning this desk off. And someday here, we're going to have that done. But it wasn't today. It was not today. Let's see here. Settings, camera. Let's flip it to the back camera. And we're off and running. Here's the ruler. Here's the penny. All right. First thing I want to show you is some of this vintage plastic that we just put into the online store. Now, these are miscellaneous. You're getting a bag. Let me show you. You're getting the bag. And I'm sorry, again, my light is still having issues. I still haven't gotten a replacement for it. I haven't had time. I just got to really run up to the cottage and get replacement lights. We have some up there. But you are getting this bag of vintage plastic pearls. These are made to look like pearls, vintage plastic. And they have slightly different tones in each one. And you get one bag like this. And let me just pop on here really quickly. And whoops. I also updated the website today. That was something I wanted to tell you all. I updated the website to make the navigation to some of these newer things that I'm showing you easier. All right, so we wanted to make it easier for you to get to them. This is $4 a bag for these. So you get the 2x3 bag. It's only $4 for the bag. Normally our vintage plastic is $4 a strand, right? So a strand would be approximately maybe that many beads if we stranded this up. So you're getting 2 to 3 strands for the same amount of money. So I think these are a good deal if you like them. They don't really look like plastic, right? They look pretty good. They look pretty good. So we have those, and they're, like I said, those are $4 a bag for a 2x3 bag. Let me just pop these back in this bag here real quick because I need this bowl for the next thing. And I can't remember if I've shown you the next thing or not, but I want to show you again because I can't remember. And even if I did, they're worth showing again. These actually, I'm not sure when these pearls were. I don't have a date on them. My best guess is probably from the 50s to the 60s. That's what I'm going to say, but I don't know for sure. A lot of our vintage stuff is around the 60s, but 50s could be in there, late 50s. These are, there, Andrew said 60s. Yeah, a lot of our stuff is from the 60s. These are $5 a bag. These are vintage West German AB. They have that AB finish, that Aurora Borealis finish. Acrylic rice beads. They're approximately 9x6. And they look like that. These are beautiful. Beautiful. Sarah says, on the website, you can only see 1 page worth of the newest items. Huh. I'll have to look into that. It never used to be that way, or at least when I tested it, it wasn't. But let me see. I will see if I can. I'll have to see if I can do anything about that. Yeah, on my end, I don't know. I'm going to have to look into that, Sarah. I'll definitely look into it and see what I can figure out, because on my back of house portion of things, it's showing a lot. It's showing a lot. But I'll check that out. We'll see if there's anything I can do. I'm just going to leave these in here because I don't need this bowl anymore. But if you like these, those are $5 a bag, and they are available under the Vintage Plastic and Lucite collection in the online store. All right, let me jump back. Excuse me. Let me jump back into sorting these the right way, what I need to sort them by. And we have a lot of new, old. You know what? I do need this back. No, I don't. Do I? I better. It's like, make up your mind already. Yeah, you know, sometimes it's just easier to do it the way you're thinking than to try to figure out another way. So we're just going to use this bowl. Let me dump these into a big bag so I can sort those later. Okay. So first up, yesterday, I showed you all the colors of these drops except the blue. So we have these blue drops. These are approximately 15 by 9 millimeters. And they have those beautiful kind of flower patterns in them. That Tombow pattern. And they are available at 75 cents per bead. Everything is priced per bead. 75 cents per bead. All right. So we had the other colors yesterday. I'm trying to remember what all colors they came in. I think they were in red and yellow. If I want to, I don't know. But we had other colors too. These have the same, Kay's asking if they're Millefiori. They're not technically Millefiori beads, but they have that same caning process that they use in Millefiori. I think this is actually called Tombow, if I'm not mistaken. So these are these little pairs or drops, and they are 75 cents a bead. All right. Available in the online store in the vintage glass collection, which I moved to the top of the online store, or closer to the top. I think it's right under the TGBE collection. And I also put a little link to it across. We have like 5 or 6 collections that I have across the top of the page. Now you can always get to them by hitting the shop tab and going to vintage glass. Now we have these wonderful macaroni beads called macaroni beads. Oh, and I think, who was it asking if we're going to get any more of those donuts? Heidi, the AB circles. Most likely not. We don't have any more right now. Maybe we can see if Andrew can get any more or not. I know a number of people really like those. Okay, now these are macaroni beads, and these ones are they're brown and white. It's hard to see; they almost look black here, but these are brown and white, and each of these is $1.75 a bead, which I think is a great deal. $1.75. These are big beads. Macaroni beads, they call them. Brown stripe, $1.75 each. What you're seeing in the bowl, that's all that we have. So I think there are 12 of these, if I'm not mistaken. I didn't count them there, but I think that's 12. As Kay said, they're great for making bracelets, right? Because they're already curved. Kids love them too, of course. Kids love anything called macaroni, right? So we have a number of these. Every one of these is $1.75 a bead, no matter what color. And I'm going to show you a few of the other colors now, too. Well, I'm going to show you all of the other colors, right? We're here to look, so we may as well take a look. Let me make sure I'm putting these back in the box so I don't lose them. All right. So there, those are the green, yellow, and white. Green, yellow, and white. And show you those too. Oh, and these are, let me see here. I have my notes. These are about 30 millimeters by 8 millimeters. About 30 millimeters by 8 millimeters. All right. And they're $1.75 each. All right. They do kind of look like taffy, Kay. You're saying they look like taffy. They do a little bit, right? Some kind of little candies, right? Macaroni candies. Heidi says they would be fun with some African beads. Yes, they would. They would look really nice with some African beads. And let's see, what do we have next coming up here? These are yellow, brown, and white. Yellow, brown, and white. Okay. They look like those hard Christmas candies that cut your tongue. Yes, do not eat the beads though, right? Don't eat the beads. That's never fun for anyone. And I think we still have 1 or 2 colors of these yet. Yeah. These are really pretty. These are those pink and kind of aqua and white. Beautiful. There you go. Pink, aqua, and white. Okay, saying, do you know those candies that were in Grandma's candy will have titanium dioxide? Isn't that a whitening agent, or to make things white? You have titanium dioxide. I think that's in a lot of food. Something I think titanium. I don't know if it's titanium dioxide. And here we have red, white, and blue. Red, white, and blue macaroni. These are, again, vintage Japanese. Vintage Japanese. These are from the early 60s. From the early 60s. Andrew says titanium dioxide makes paint white, or makes white paint. Yeah, I think it's a whitening agent or a whitener that they do use in food. I don't know if they still use it in food. There was something else that was said to have that in, and I can't remember what it was that made news a while back. Okay, let's see what's next. Ooh, my favorites, I think. My favorites are next. This next group, these are kind of white opal with another color drops. And these are Austrian. These are Austrian from the 60s, I believe. Let me check I believe they're from the 60s. Yes, from the 60s. We don't know when maybe during the 60s, not necessarily early 60s. But these are the rose color with the white opalized glass or opalescent glass. So you get that little bit of rose in there. I just want to show you these. Woo! I don't want to break any of these, but I want to show them to you. They are so freaking pretty. Look at those. Now I have these in other colors too, and I wanted to keep all the colors. You know, I don't necessarily make as many things with beads, but I love beads. And sometimes I just want to collect all the beads. As Andrew always says, you know, coin collectors collect coins, stamp collectors collect stamps, and nobody expects them to use their coins or their stamps, right? So I like to collect beads sometimes. And these are definitely, I had a hard time not saying I'm just keeping all these. Because they're so pretty together. Like I would want to just buy all of them and buy all of them together. So Kay's asking, are they side drilled? Yes, they're drilled right through there from side to side. So they would hang with the wire going through here. So these are the green. Oh, and these are each $1.50 only. $1.50 per bead. And these are, again, vintage Austrian glass. Vintage Austrian glass. They have that opalized white with the various colors. So this was the green. I showed you the rose before that. Now I'm going to show you the blue. Blue coming up. Blue coming up. Blue coming up. Suzanne says, I use my beads. Life is too short. Yeah, I use mine too to decorate. I have them around my desk, and so they're useful. They're just not used in the same way that everybody would think you'd use a bead, right? These are the blue. Aren't they glacially delicious, right? Glacially delicious. They look like nice, that deep blue water with that frosted ice around it. Beautiful blue drops, side drilled. They come in at $1.50 per bead. I think we have 25 of those available, 25 of those available, and that is all. All right, let's see here. I just realized I only put 24 of those into stock, so I got to add one real quick. There we go. Sorry. I don't like to do that kind of cleanup while I'm on the video, but I'd rather have that one extra one in there for you to all to be able to buy than have one sitting around, even though I would keep it. I would gladly keep it. Okay, so let's see here. Let's do yellow. Yellow, yellow. Mellow yellow. Here's the yellow. Here's the yellow. Check that out. Aren't those stunning too? I say yes, they are. They are stunning. So beautiful yellow. If you like those, again, they are $1.50 per bead, and there are 25 of those available as well. All right. Tangy yellow, says Karen. Tangy yellow. Yes. Speaking of lemon drops, right? Right. What I love is how wonderful these all look when they're together. All right. Was that the end of my drops? Is that really the end? Is that really it? I guess so. I guess so. So let's go into some, how about we move into some kind of big kahuna drops, right? Big drops. These are large and in charge drops. Check those out. Now these ones, let me find these. These are approximately 36 by 18 millimeters. 36 by 18 millimeters. So these are big, right? But they have that beautiful, beautiful kind of flower cut. These is kind of that Millefiori cane style Tombow beads. And these are, Suzanne says, they're great for earrings. Yes, they're a little heavy maybe for some people, but it depends, right? Everybody's different on that. Some people would hold these and be like, oh, that's fine. And some people would be like, oh, those are too heavy. So, but these are gorgeous. These are $3.50 a bead only. $3.50 a bead. They are vintage Japanese. Vintage Japanese. We're calling them red pear on that one. So we only have, I think, 12 of those available at the $3.50 price. Only 12 of those available. If you'd like them, make sure you grab yours. I don't know if some of these we may never be able to get again. These are vintage. So some we may be able to get again. We had some of these before, but most of these are all new, actually. I think we replenished maybe one of the beads. So These are all different ones. We didn't get restocked from the last time, right? So sometimes they're hard to get. Sometimes you can't get them again. Here's the blue version. How beautiful is the blue version, right? Also $3.50 per bead at around 36 millimeters by 18 millimeters. How big is that with a penny? There you go. Just to give you an idea, right? There they are. Each one is different. Each one is different. Ooh, I'm really clumsy today. I'm having a clumsy day. I feel like I say that all the time though now, so you're probably like, he's just clumsy. That's like, no, you're not having a clumsy day. You're just clumsy. Could be. Could be. So these are only $3.50 a bead. We got a good deal on these. So for vintage stuff, these are early 60s again, early 1960s. Then we have those in green. In green. Check those out. In green. So vintage Japanese, large Tombow pearls, large Tombow pairs or drops. Susan says, I love the clinking sound of those glass beads. I do too, except when I hit them too hard, and then I have I scare myself into worrying if I'm breaking the beads. Andrew said we tried to get some things that would be good for the holidays, right? So you get those beautiful green and red drops. Make yourself some Christmas stuff or some blue and white for Hanukkah, right? How about black? Look at those. I love the black ones because of how well the other colors stand out, right? So lovely. And again, only $3.50 a bead. And remember, you know, we're not like other stores that just, you know, give you a sale and then let you run out of inventory as you're selling it, right? I hate that. I always hate that. Stores put on this big sale, but if you don't get it in the first like 10 minutes, you pretty much have nothing to buy. We are not like that. We are constantly adding things all week here. We've been adding things for you to take advantage of that 15% discount that we're doing. So 15% off using code TGBE, discount code in your cart. Make sure you put that in your cart, please. Do not, I repeat, do not leave it as a comment or a note. That doesn't always work. We try to refund people if we see those notes, but sometimes we just miss them. So you want to put that in as your discount code in your cart. Andrew says, I want to sell out. Yeah, of course we want to sell out, but we're going to keep adding things to keep selling out, right? You don't just sell out and then like the website looks exasperated or disasperated, as Andrew would say. We want to keep adding stuff for you, and you keep taking advantage of that 15% sale through the end of the day tomorrow, right? Whoa, 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 whoa. See, that's what I mean. Teresa says, I only see the wood board and penny and the roller. You may have to refresh your feed because we're going. So these are rounds. These are 18 millimeter rounds in that same kind of colorway as those drops we just showed you. And these are $3 a bead for the rounds. Only $3 a bead. These are also vintage Japanese. Vintage Japanese. Yeah, sometimes the screen gets stuck. You can still hear the audio, but you're missing all the action. So you have to refresh your feed, or if you're on Facebook, maybe go over to YouTube if you have a YouTube account and check it out there. Sometimes that is better too. So we have those rounds, and we don't have the rounds in all the colors, unfortunately, but we do have them in the blue, and we have them in the green. In the blue and in the green. All right. Okay, good. Teresa's back at it. Good. Good, good, good. Yeah, sometimes Facebook freezes, right? Just like anything else. $3 a bead on those if you like the green. And again, those are about 18 millimeter rounds. Vintage Japanese glass from the 1960s, early 1960s. Janice says, I keep getting interrupted by stupid spam calls. Yes, aren't they crazy? But if you have an iPhone, and I can only say this on an iPhone, if you go into settings in your iPhone and you go into settings, then phone, you can turn off or not have, you can turn off calls from unknown contacts. Like today, I had to turn mine back on because I had to wait for a call back from the electric company. So I didn't want to miss their call. So you have to turn it back off, turn that option off if you are waiting for a call from somebody you may not know their number or they're not in your contacts. But if you generally only get calls from people in your contact list, go into settings, go into the phone settings, and turn the option on to have it silence unknown callers. I think that's what it's called, silence unknown callers. And that will silence unknown callers, and you don't get interrupted as much. It really worked really well for me. But that's only with an iPhone. I believe they have that option somewhere on Android too, but I can't speak for that because I don't have one. But it's a good tip. I find it very, very useful. Amy says, I keep missing beads because I have to look up things in Spanish so I can help my kid with his homework. Elbow is not something I remember learning in high school, right? I graduated with a degree in Spanish, and I'm trying to think what elbow is right now. It's been a long time. You know that use it or lose it thing. Now, these, I think, are ones that we have had before. And these are Austrian, again, vintage Austrian. These are pink and blue irregular ovals, I call them. I'm not sure what you want to call them, but they're kind of irregular ovals. Yeah, Janice, you did that and kept missing calls. Yeah, you have to put your doctor's numbers in your contact list. As long as they're in your contact list, they should come through. So that's what I had to do. I had to add my doctor and my pharmacy and some of our other, phone company and all that just to make sure that they get through. These I absolutely love. Absolutely love them. And these are only $1.50 a bead. $1.50 per bead. Just spectacular. Really love these. Now, if you love these, just you wait. I like the pink and blue on those, but we have other colors now in these. Karen says, I love the tidbits of information you share. Thank you. I hope so. I hope I can be useful. Gia says there is still a do not call list you can register your phone to. Yes, you can. You can definitely do that. I have done that multiple times. Sometimes you have to kind of renew it, I think. But it doesn't always work, unfortunately. I'm on the do not call list with my cell phone, and all it takes is, let's say you do business with, let's say, Walmart, okay? And you give Walmart your phone number. If one of their advertisers happens to be a electric company, maybe they advertise or give Walmart advertising money, for example, they are then somebody that Walmart does business with, quote unquote. And a lot of times when you hand over your phone number, you are handing your phone number over to anyone who does business with or is affiliated with in any way with the company you gave your phone number to. That's why we always say here, when we make lists, when we have phone lists or email lists or postcard lists, we never sell your information to anyone. Some companies do, though, and all it takes is that, and it is allowed. You cannot block it using the do not call list because they are technically a advertiser or somebody you gave your number to does business with. And you agreed to that when you signed up with or without knowing it. So Karen says lemon jelly beans. These are really cool. I really like these. These are the ones that are listed as yellow on the online store. These are $1.25 a bead only. These are vintage Austrian. And I think, let me see, I think these are from the 60s as well. Yes, from the 60s. I think the only thing we had from the 50s was the Italian glass yesterday. So these are all from the 60s. Now we have the beige color. This is the color we call beige in the online store. All right, and these are kind of like ambery, right? These are kind of like a delicious amber, light amber color. I love those. So those are in the online store, $1.50 per bead. And I do want to thank you all. After yesterday's movie or video, I call these movies now. They're as long as a movie, right? A lot of you went to the online store and purchased, and I want to thank you all for that. It's always very satisfying to, you know, kind of quote unquote hang up on one of these videos and then see orders come in from them. It means that you like something we're doing. It means that you trust us with your spending and with your bead hobby or bead business. And we really do appreciate that. These are orange, these beautiful, luscious, orangey goodness. These look like gummy candies to me. I love these. $1.50 a bead as well, from the 1960s, from Austria. From Austria. Jamie says, what do you love? I love a lot, Jamie. I love a lot. So thank you for tuning in. But I really love these vintage Austrian orangey goodness beads right here. So these are $1.50 a bead if you're interested in those. Susan says tangerine. They are tangerine. I love them. Okay, now those ones that I showed you were all approximately 18 by 13 millimeters, okay? 18 by 13 millimeters. We're gonna drop down a little bit, down to 14 by 10. 14 by 10 millimeters. We have a little smaller size. We have these in two colors. The smaller size, we have the yellow. So those do match the yellow from the larger beads. Just making sure. Yep, same shade, same color yellow. So we have these. These are 14 by 10 millimeter, $1.25 per bead. So they're 25 cents less per bead. $1.25 per bead. And they are, again, everything in the online store is still able to, you're still able to use that TGBE discount code until 11:59 p.m. Eastern time tomorrow. You can save 15% off even all this new stuff we're putting in the store, right? Like I said, we want to maximize the things you can buy while the sale is going on. Because I always hate, as I said before, when I go to a website, the stuff is on sale and then everything is sold out and I can't buy anything, right? Now these are the same, 14 by 10. These are a yellow and blue, which fades into looking like green too. So that's that yellow and blue make green, right? And these are $1.25 each as well. Karen, I saw that story about the Venice Bead at the site, which they're trying to figure out, I think, how it got there and how old it actually might be. Very interesting. I'm not a history person necessarily. I'm actually very, very bad with dates. I'm astounded by people who, it seems like most people, they're like, oh, when I was 27, I don't remember. I don't know how people remember that. Like, how do you remember what exact age you were when you did something? I'm like, are you just embellishing your story and making it sound like, you know exactly when this happened? Because I could not tell you pretty much when anything in my life happened and what age I was. I'm very bad with that. But I do like, you know, like when talk about things that are found out of place, kind of like, oh, this dates before we ever thought this ever happened here. I love that kind of stuff. Now these are these little floral. These are vintage Japanese, again, white and with little floral kind of looks or motifs to them. And these ones are the green and white ones. The green and white, we call these. And these are $1.25 per bead. They are approximately 16 millimeter by 12 millimeter. And I know I keep forgetting to show you them with the penny, but that's just about, you know, the length of it is just about the size of a penny. Andrew says, if someone said something bad to me, I will remember the minute it happened. Lena says, me either, or people remember kindergarten. Nope. I'm lucky if I remember what I ate for lunch yesterday, right? Now, I do remember very particular things about kindergarten. I remember nap time. I remember we used to sleep on the floor with little towels for nap time. I remember the little tray of snacks coming around before nap time. I remember my teacher used to give out, we had to do little something. I don't know if we had to memorize something, or I can't remember why we got them, but my teacher used to give out these little, hold on, my phone is dying. I don't want my phone to die before we're done here. But my teacher used to give out these pins. They were pins that were in the shape and had the style of traffic signs. And I think mine was, what one did I get? I don't know if I got slippery when wet. I don't know. I can't remember. Maybe deer crossing. I can't remember what my pin was, but I do remember the pins, and I remember wanting one. But I don't remember a lot in any sort of timeline after that. So it's really weird. I remember particular moments about kindergarten, but first, second, third grade, it'd be hard pressed to tell which one happened when, what I did during each one. And, you know, I don't know how people do that. These are the orange and white ones. Again, 16 millimeters by 20 millimeters. And that was a sale. So thank you. Someone's out there buying with us. Thank you so much. $1.25 per bead for the vintage Japanese, done in the early 60s. Early 60s. And then we have one other color in these. If I don't drop them all over the floor, which is what I did. Okay, resurfacing from under the table. Oh, if you could see what it looks like here right now, you would be horrified, horrified. But isn't that how our workspaces get sometimes, right? Sometimes you have to mess up to clean up. That's what my mom always told me. Sometimes when you're cleaning, and that's kind of what we're doing, we're going through things here that haven't been looked at in a while in some cases. And sometimes to clean up, you have to mess up, right? So that's what we're doing right now. We're in the middle of the messy phase. Hopefully we get out of that a little bit. These are, again, $1.25. These are the yellow ones. We're calling these the yellow and white floral Japanese, vintage Japanese glass. Heidi says this style is so beautiful. I think so too. Very, very pretty. And again, $1.25 per bead, 16 millimeters by 12 millimeters approximately. And none of these have had really any large holes. I will bring it to your attention if they do. But generally, these do not have large enough holes for leather or anything like that. These are generally pretty strictly for beading, with beading wire, I should say. Next up, we have these. These are, again, Austrian, vintage Austrian. This is pink with purple from the 1960s. And they say purple. It's a kind of a dirty purple, I'm going to say. I at first thought it was brown, but I'm not in good light either. So once they said it was purple, I could see that. Right? But those are just cool. They're just, look at that shape. I love these little twisty shapes like this. They're some of my favorites. So these ones are $3 a bead. We only have this many. I think there's 12 of them here. $3 a bead. Super, super cool. If you kind of want to make jewelry that, you know, has that from another time period look, I think these beads are really cool for that. Because I think these, especially those muted colors, like that kind of pink and purple, in that dusty pink, dusty purple, dusty rose kind of thing. And then we have the blue and white here. Blue and white. They say blue with light blue. Okay, so it's blue with light blue. Kind of tends toward kind of looking white, but blue with light blue. And these are $3 a bead as well. All right, so that is the end of the vintage, the new, quote unquote, new vintage glass. That's what we've got. That's what we have to show you. Let me move the bowl out of the way. So between yesterday and today, that's the current new incoming selection of vintage glass beads. We bring those in every once in a while. When we see a good deal or we get a notification from our friends that they have more, we bring those in for you all. So they do tend to sell fairly well. And like I said, after yesterday's video, we had a number of sales for them. So we do appreciate that. So if you are looking to get those between the sale ending soon and the stock of these probably pretty soon, you know, ending, I would grab them if you like them. Now, these are the Lucerna Bicones that I was mentioning at the beginning. And let me just show you. I'll just show you if I can get them unwrapped here. So we have over 70 different colors of these. 70 different colors. This is number 1. And there's kind of clear with beige in here. I don't know if you can see that. There are 25 beads per strand. They're approximately, as I said at the beginning, they're approximately 6 inches. They're 5.5 to 6 inches. Jenna says, there's a partial lunar eclipse tonight. I'm hoping to get up around 3 a.m. to get pics. Yeah, I hope it's clear. It's rainy here today, though, so I'm not going to guess that it's going to be that clear. We always seem to miss out on stuff like that because of cloudy skies, especially around here in Western Pennsylvania. But these are Lucerna Bicones, and this is color number 1. Color number 1. If you like those, they're only $2 a strand, I think. Let me make sure I did that right. Maybe, where's my check glass collection? I should have just clicked it instead of scrolling. There they are. No, they're not. There we go. $2. Yeah, $2 a strand. Sorry, it took me a while to find that. $2 a strand. I didn't move these up to the top of the website yet because we'll do that tomorrow when we have all of the colors, hopefully. So $2 a strand. If you are interested, you can also save that 15%. I'm going to try and get all 70-some colors in the online store before that 15%, 15% before the 15% ends. I don't know if that's what I said. 70 colors, 15%. I felt like I said 70% at one point. That's not the truth. 70 colors, 15% off before the end of the week. These are kind of a tortoise shell color. This is number 2. And I'm saying the numbers, so hopefully that helps you find them better if you're looking for a specific one. Because sometimes pictures don't always match video, right? Colors don't always match all the time. So I think, let me see something. Here I go again, checking something out again. I don't have them numbered on there. Maybe I'll number them to make it easier. Are these 6mm? I think so. I think so. Let me take a quick look. You think I know that, right? Yes, these are between 5 and 6 millimeters for these. So that is color number 3. I like that one a lot. That's my color. Yeah, those are about 6 millimeter. That way and this way, they're between 5 and 6. So yeah, 6 millimeter bicones. And color number 4. I did 10 of these only today, so I can only show you 10 colors today. We'll show the rest of them if we get them done tomorrow on the live. So these are a beautiful kind of red and either dark red or black with some gray on some of them. I really like this color. But there's like every color. So there's 70 different colors of beads here. Over 70 in this set. 5. This is one of my favorites that I've taken pictures of so far. There's that kind of gray blue or green blue color. Like, beautiful. Kind of like a mossy aquamarine, right? And only $2 a strand. I'm showing you the whole hank. There's about 12 strands here. They're $2 a strand for a strand of 25 beads, approximately 6 to 6 or 5.5 to 6 inches long. Number 6, color number 6. Dropping one. Is this color? That beautiful ambery color, right? And we're 7. And this color is hard to see sometimes. It's kind of a gray, but it's almost like a shade of purpley gray. But it's super light. But it's not quite white. All right, that's color number 7. And these are all available in the Check Glass collection on the website, Check Glass collection. Just hit that shop tab and go down to Check Glass. Susan says, my smoky cat is fascinated by the beads. Nice, nice. We have a very light, kind of dusty blue here. That's color number 8. Sometimes when I take my hand away, you get a different color. So I like to show as many different shades as I can on the camera. We try to make our pictures look as close to the original as we can on the website, but remember, all screens are different. So the screen we're looking at to make our pictures look the same may not be the same as your screen, but we do the best we can. This is color number 9. And the last color and the last thing I think I have to show you today is number 10. Number 10. And that's this one. Number 10. And like I said, we're going to have about 60, I think 63 or 64 more colors, hopefully tomorrow to show you. But if you want to get a jump start on these, you can grab these. If you're local, we also have these in-store. So we got enough of these that we were able to split between in-store and online for most of the colors, not everything. We did put, we dedicated a definite amount to the online store, and whatever we had left over is in-store. And that's just simply because right now, in-store is slow. So, and we're having the sale online. So we wanted to make sure that you all got the chance to get that sale. All right, so let me go ahead. I'm going to flip the camera around here again really quickly, hopefully. Well, there we go. And let me raise this up and flip it back around so you can see me. All right, let's see. What's Karen saying? I have 2 devices and clarity and color, excuse me, is better on one than the other. Yes, definitely. If you have an iPhone that's relatively new, sorry, I need to drink the water. There we go. So if you have an iPhone that's relatively new, many of them have P3 color screens, wide color, which a lot of the modern day Android devices do too. I know Apple stuff. So, and they will give you the best clarity that it will look the most like what we see. And that's because that's what I work on. So when I do the editing and stuff, I generally edit either on my iPad or on my laptop. And those screens all have the good color screens. So what I see, if you're on an Apple device, generally what I see is generally what you will see if you're using a fairly modern, within the last probably 3 or 4 years, Apple device. Curious, what are the little symbols by our name for? I don't know what you mean. Little symbols by our name. I don't know. Maybe it's not something I see on this end. I don't know. Facebook is doing a lot of, if you're on Facebook, doing a lot of different symbols for people. They're doing anniversaries now, apparently. So if you've been following the store for 5 years or 6 years, sometimes you'll pop up as a 5 anniversary. And sometimes they're for somebody who comments a lot in a group. Yeah, Suzanne just said like anniversary followers are doing that now. If you are a top commenter in a group, you get a top commenting badge. That might be what you're talking about. I can't see them on this side because I'm going through another service to stream this, but I can see your comments. As Brooke said, you can probably click on them and see some explanations of what they are, or hover over them maybe if you're on a computer. So hopefully you like that. That's what we worked on most of today, getting those pictures taken and getting those into the online store. Like I said, those are newly in the online store, but you can save 15% off anything in the online store using the code TGBE. That's for the Great Beads Extravaganza, TGBE. That's still a leftover from this past weekend. If you did not see the Great Bead Extravaganza and you didn't see all the presenters' presentations, then you can check it out at the Great Bead Extravaganza Facebook page. If you want to rewatch ours, you can rewatch it on YouTube, on Facebook, on our page, or in the Great Bead Extravaganza group. You do have to join the group, so go over there and answer any questions that are in there to join. If you answer the questions, it's easier. I think there are questions. If you answer those, it's easier for us to let you in because we know you're not spam if you're answering the questions. So yeah, it's been wild, but we want to keep adding. I'm trying to add as much value to that coupon code as we possibly can. So not only can you get what's already on the website, but we're trying to add things daily for you. So if you've missed any of these videos, please feel free to go back and watch them, or just check out the online store. We've added lots of things. Every time I add something new, I'm generally bumping that category closer to the top of the homepage so you can see it. I rearranged a few of the navigation things on the homepage too, so you could get to a lot of these, like the vintage glass is right kind of at the top now. The vintage plastic and lucite that we showed you the other day is up at the top with that moon glow, that beautiful moon glowy vintage lucite in there. And so all that stuff at the top of the page now. Let's see here. Brooke says, well, William, going back to a live last week, I think about our work areas and homes. I took this time to clean off an old unused desk while I was listening today, and I'm making a jewelry bench for myself. Thank you for keeping me company. That's awesome. Yeah, we talked about cleaning and houses and fall cleaning. And I have to say, I always said we always do spring cleaning, but not fall cleaning. But you all inspired me out there, and we went a little crazy doing some fall cleaning here before the wedding. And I've been trying to do better about keeping things as, more tidy. Not as tidy as possible, because that would drive me insane, right? Because anything could possibly be tidier. But we're trying to keep things a little bit more organized in our lives. And so that was really kind of cool that came out of that. But yeah, so hopefully you all are having a wonderful week. We are doing well here. Thank you for all the orders, and I've heard some orders pop up and saw some notifications through this video, so thank you so much. And if you did see something in this video and you've not gone to the website yet, please, please, please head on over to allegorygallery.com and check it all out before that TGBE coupon code expires. Don't let it expire. All right. Andrew says we're still cleaning. Of course we're still cleaning, but we need to have guests over more so we're motivated by shame. Andrew's motivated to clean by shame. I've been on a kick just to try and keep things clean. Yeah. Trying to. It's not always easy. Not always easy. So I will talk to you all tomorrow. We'll be back here at 5-ish, between 5 and 5:30, hopefully tomorrow. And I don't know. We'll have some Lucerna Bicones, I think, in other colors for you. I'd like to add a few more surprises in there, because I know just watching one thing, if you don't like it, it's kind of like, but hopefully you love these. I think they're really cool. They go great with earrings, especially if you're making holiday earrings. We have some kind of reds and whites and other colors, blues and things, greens, lots of greens, that you can make little holiday earrings with these for not a lot of money. Remember, each strand is only $2. You can save 15%. So that's what? Saving 10% would be 20 cents. So 30 cents off. So it takes it down to $1.70 a strand, right? So that's crazy. And you can make a lot of little earrings, little cute little holiday earrings with those. So definitely tune in tomorrow. Who knows what else I'll find around here to throw in. I always like to, like I said, I like to, when I'm doing a batch of something big, I definitely like to throw in a few little extras. So check that out. And we will see you here tomorrow. All right. Have a great night, everyone. Thank you for tuning in, and stay safe, right?